mind, and it is cold outside. So give me just a minute, and we will get started. Gotta take a drink. Okay. And a cough drop. Okay. Whew. Out of breath. All right, welcome everybody. Sorry, I am a few seconds late. Not too bad. It's still 7 o'clock. Running around today. So, welcome. let me get my bearings together. Welcome everybody, and thanks for showing up for the Sunday Night Live. I appreciate it. And we do this every Sunday, or we try to, and we do a couple fun things here. So if you are new, if you want to let us know where you're from, it's always interesting to see where all the quail people are at in the world. And obviously this is a live question and answer, so you are more than welcome to ask any quail related questions, and we will do our very best to help you on your adventure with Coturnix quail, and we'd be happy to do that. That's why we're here. We do have some really big announcements coming. Unfortunately, it is that time of year. And if you live on a farm, a homestead, or whatever, you know that Murphy's Law pretty much lives at your place. You know what I mean? Anything that can go wrong does go wrong, and things just tend to get out of control. So the big announcement that we were wanting to make this Friday is probably going to be pushed back about a week. There's been some technical difficulties, but stay tuned for that. It's worth the wait. I can tell you that. I cannot wait to share. It's a little disappointing I can't share this coming up Friday, but we want to make sure that it is the best that it can be before. I'd rather it be a little bit late and it be amazing than early and wish we could have made a couple of changes. So that's one of the big announcements. Number two, I do have a incubator review coming out this week. We actually redid the incubator to try something new to see if that would help, and it did. So I will be finishing that video up Tuesday, and we'll be posting that this week. I do have a couple of good videos coming for you. I have not been able to do them yet. Oh dear Lord. Oh, stuff is just everywhere, guys. It's Christmas time. I do have some good videos coming your way, but I just got jury summons, and I'm supposed to be going this week starting on Tuesday. So if I am called in, because I have to call every day, if I am called in, that's probably the only video you're going to get this week. If I'm not called in, then it'll be a normal week, and I will be posting a couple different videos. So just stay tuned for that. And I'm getting a little concerned because I can't find my info that I wanted. I'm so sorry. I am really all over the place tonight, which is usually not necessarily the case. But I've had a lot of stuff going on today, and had a very late start because we had a Christmas play at church, and it ran late, and this, that, and the other. I did, very interestingly, talk to the experts for feed. I'm going to be redoing a feed video that I think will help a lot of people, newbies and people that have been raising quail for a while. That will be coming. Hopefully that video will be done this week, but again, it all depends on if I've got jury duty or not. So we'll see how that goes. But enough rambling, let's just get to it. So Sunday nights, we do this every Sunday, or try to. Obviously, next Sunday is Christmas. I will not be on. I will be spending it with my family, and hopefully you will as well. I hope everybody has an amazing Christmas. I really, truly do. Be safe and value the time that you have with your loved ones. And so we won't be doing a Sunday live. I will do a Tuesday live that week, next week, but this week we'll only be doing a live tonight, and it is a live Q&A. So obviously if you have any questions, ask now. I will get to them as soon as I stop rambling on, I promise. if you did miss it, we do have one good incubator review video for sure coming out this week, and hopefully a good feed video, but I did not get a chance to do it today, so we will see if I have time during the week to get that done for you. But there's going to be some good information in it for you, so that should be very good. For those of you that did the Zoom meeting last week, thank you very much for your feedback. I appreciate that. And we've got some big things coming with that as well. We've got some really, really big announcements coming at the beginning of the year. So I'm biting my tongue to not say anything yet, but I promised I wouldn't, so I got to stick to my word. But I can't wait to share it with everybody. And we do a couple fun things here every Sunday. So that is, if you're new or if you've been here before, let us know where you're from. It's always interesting to see where the quail community and quail world is at all over the world. It's pretty cool. If you've hatched eggs from us the past week and have not given me the update or the results yet, feel free to let me know what that is, and I will be happy to write that down and mark that for our records. We are currently sitting at a 72.4% hatch rate for the year, so that's pretty exciting, and hopefully we can get it to 73 by the end of the year, but I think that's a little unrealistic, but we'll see how that goes. But we're still going strong on that, and obviously we support each other. We are a community. That's what this is all about. So if you can support us by just hitting that like button, I would greatly appreciate it. And I am done wasting your time. Let's get into the questions. So ask now. We're getting into it right now. This is a community setting, so I read all the comments. So if you just want to say hi and where you're from or whatever, feel free to do so. We'll make sure that's read, and we have a lot of fun. So I also sound awful. I feel fine, but I sound awful, so I apologize about that. But I will try to, I know that I sound stuffy, so I'm trying to speak more clearly. We'll see how it goes. Woman of Spirit says, Zach, my Wainola cage is outside. How can I winterize it for the quail? We are supposed to get -15 to -25 wind chill this coming week. I would probably, I mean, you can use a tarp, you can use plywood or whatever, but to put two sides up, and that will be a wind blocker and things like that. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe put three sides up. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And then they still can have the sun. And then obviously the wind chill wouldn't affect them as much because they're controlled. So that would be one big thing. Or you could put a little box in there. I don't know how many you have or what kind of Wainola cage you have. But if you put a little, I mean, it's obvious, you know, it needs to be probably double the height. Yeah, probably triple the height of like a shoebox. No, double the height of a shoebox, and you know, they can get in there. But I would probably try to tarp or put some stuff up for wind blocker on three of the sides. That's a good question. Glenn Wells is in the house from Southeast Missouri. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Ed Got Bait and Vay's Place is obviously in the house. They are my moderators. They do a great job on here as well as on Facebook, and I consider them leaders in the community. So thank you very much for all that you do. Sue McKee is in the house. I can't believe I remember what time it is supposed to start. There you go. I'm sorry I'm late. Let's see. Rose Wilson is in the house from Warm Springs, Arkansas. Welcome. We're glad you're here. David Starnes is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Foster Farms is in the house. Says hello, Quail family. Absolutely. Welcome. Katrina's in the house from Gilroy, California. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Jesse Mills. Happy birthday, man. I meant to message you, and I've been all over the place. I didn't get home till late, and I had to be in the barn, and it's freezing, and then I had to do phone orders, and I just, you know, but I do remember it is your birthday. Happy birthday, man. And I hope you had a good one. And welcome. Let's see. David Lister says, hey, from Oklahoma, everyone. Hope you have your winter gear ready. Absolutely. It's supposed to be cold this week, at least here. So we'll see. Sundial Fragrance is in the house from Houston, Texas. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Yud P is in the house. Welcome. Little Ridge Farm. Welcome. We're glad you're here. I saw your YouTube video. I'm sorry to hear about the fire, and I hope things go well for you. Let's see. Left my glasses upstairs. Laura Wallace is in the house from Montana. Welcome. We're glad you're here. David is in East Tennessee. Welcome. Foster Farms is in Tennessee. Buster's in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Witchwood Homestead and Kennels is in the house. Welcome. Robert Bird is in the house from Oklahoma. Welcome. Ann is in the house, says good evening, Quail friends. And Michelle is in the house from Southeast Alaska. Welcome. I bet it's cold there. Probably can't complain for me. Pettimal Farms in the house from Middle Tennessee. A lot of Tennessee tonight. Welcome. Woman of Spirits in the house. Blessings, beautiful Quail people. Welcome. We're glad you're here. La Rochelle Farm. Hey, buddy. Haven't seen you for a while. Welcome. Hello, everyone, and Merry Christmas to all. Does anyone have quail around here? Does anyone have quail around here? You're in Connecticut, aren't you? I believe so. But yeah, there might be some quail raisers around here. I would believe. Redneck Wine Diva is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Happy Sunday, everyone. Absolutely. Practical Junk is in the house. Another Tennessean. Is that what you're called? Tennesseans? Doesn't sound right. Volunteers. I'll just call you guys volunteers. Football name. Vase Play says, so far at 14 out of 30. Not bad. Pettimal Farm says, extra cold nights coming. Burr. Yeah, it must be everywhere because I think we had a really nice day like Thursday maybe. Like it was like 40s, 50s, mid 50s, high 50s at the high. And then next week it's supposed to be like 0 or below. Like it's going to be cold here in Ohio. No one's talking to me. Hold on. Maria Carson's in the house. Hello from Twin Oaks Farms in North Canton, Ohio. Happy holidays. Well, welcome. Canton actually gets quite a bit colder than where I am in Ohio, so button up. Diana Tuttle Tut Farms is in the house. Waiting is so hard. I can't wait to find out. Enjoyed the Zoom. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And me keeping my mouth shut is very hard, so there's that. Peggy McFall says, hi, Zach. I bought sparklies from you. I have 1 white chicken, 2 tuxedos in the bunch. How did that happen? Just hidden genes throughout the years. Lost my spot. Peggy McFall. I got that one. Foster Farm says, by the way, Zach, thanks again for the Ask Me Anything class. Wow, good stuff. Much appreciated. Yeah, I'm glad that you got some good information out of it. I got a lot of feedback from the people that did the Zoom classes, and I think it went very, very well. So, and I enjoyed them. So I'm looking forward to doing more. Redneck Wine Diva says, hates having to miss the Zoom, but man, this weather change has kicked my butt. I hear you. Same thing here. Redneck Wine Diva from Southeast Texas. Welcome. Yeah, we did get, I think I got about 5 or 6 texts with people that are under the weather, or somebody is ill in the family, or whatever the case may be. So it's going around for sure. Casey Dillard's in the house and has a question. I got a game bird layer feed in my local feed store, and it says not to give to male birds. What do I give my hens that are in laying if they are with males? Same thing. It's fine. It's not a big deal at all. Most of the layer feeds are going to say that. It's not a big deal at all. They're fine. I don't know why it says that. I never did get a clear answer. I'm sure they have some point, but it's fine. Our feed says the same thing, and they've been on it for 12 years. Pettimal Farm says, enjoying the adventure. I'm like number 14, like the video. Absolutely. Thank you very much for the 35 of you that have hit the like button. I appreciate the support. Helps the channel grow and makes me feel good. So, excuse me. Ann is in the house. Welcome. Redneck Wine Diva says, my babies from Myshire will be 3 weeks old this week, but with the sudden drop in temps, they aren't going to grow out yet. By next week, you should be good to go. They'll be fully feathered this week, but giving them an extra week would probably be best. So you're on the right track for sure. And checking in from Warren, Ohio, well, welcome. We're glad you're here. Katrina is in the house, back at my computer. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here. Katrina has a YouTube channel. Oh, dear God. Sow and Tear. I knew it. Just give me a second. And she actually does a live Q&A on Mondays as well. So you can check that out as well. She does more of an aviary setting, which is kind of cool. So if any of you are interested in that, feel free to look that up, because I don't do aviary settings, and I haven't for probably 8-9 years. So she would be the go-to on that. Casey Dillard's in the house. Okay, just wondering why it would say not to give layer feed to males. I don't know. I've asked that three different people, and I've never gotten a really good answer. Ideally, you don't want to give them a layer feed. You want to give them like a higher protein feed, but they're fine on it. They do the job. They don't lose weight. They're fine. Hart's Farm is in Nope, I'm going to say it again. Hart Farms is in the house. I build a cabinet incubator. Do you have any suggestions how I can get my humidity over 40%? I have water in there and a humidikit in it too. You might need to get 2 humidikits, depending on how big it is. And then make sure you have plenty of fans and ventilation. But that is a big reason why do-it-yourself cabinet incubators could possibly be great for incubation, and sometimes they are a huge pain for lockdowns. Trying to get that humidity up to 65 to 70 to 75% at lockdown in something that's really big is very, very tricky. So possibly multiple humidifiers, one at the top, one at the bottom, and fans that are just going round and round. Ann's in the house, day 16. I have eggs moving around, but no pipping yet. Humidity looks stable at 75, temp hovering around 90. Nope, 100. Is there anything I can do besides wait and hope? Nope, they should be hatching tomorrow for you, so you're right on track. If you don't see any hatching out by tomorrow, increase your temp by 0.5 degree, but I don't do that until this time tomorrow if there's still none that hatched. But I would assume that you'll wake up in the morning and have quite a bit that are out of the shell. Sundial Fragrance says we have a freeze coming this week here in Houston, and my quail are outside but in a covered area. We expect 22 the lowest. Any suggestions as far as winterizing? You'll be good to go. Just focus on the watering, make sure their water doesn't freeze. No, you're good to go. It's been 22 today and yesterday here in my barn, in the main barn. They're completely fine. Because they're out of the elements, you're good to go. Don't worry about it. Robert, just bit my tongue. Robert Bird's in the house. I'm going to build an 8x3 cage outside this spring. How many quail can I put in it? I recommend 3 quail per square foot. So 8 times 3 is 24, and 24 times 3 is, 72. Yeah, 72. So 72. Yeah, Jesse Mills says the same thing, and some of them will be hatching tonight. Absolutely, I agree. S.O. Swanson is in the house. Greetings from the Mississippi Delta. Legal quail breeder here. Congratulations. Welcome. I did not see that this week. Congratulations. Sunrise River Quails in the house. Greetings, quail lovers from Oklahoma. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Rick is in the house from Columbus, Ohio. Not too far away. Welcome. Foster Farm says, I got a shock last night. I went out to see the quail at about 1 a.m. and they were all they were so still, I thought they were all frozen. I turned on the light and it took them about 30 seconds to wake up. Those lights turn out and they They're done. They like their sleep. My 3B's farm is in the house. So excited the mailman dropped my eggs off from at supper time and didn't let me know. I'm glad you found them. So good luck, and obviously keep me posted. Psycho Ward 360's in the house from Vegas. Welcome. Glad you're here. I would assume you're pretty warm there. I lost my spot. I'm sorry. Hold on. Crystal Grubb says, good evening, everyone. Had my first hatch this week. Test run before ordering from Myshire in January. Well, good luck, and I hope it goes well for you. And I can't wait just as much as you can't wait to order. I can't wait to get them back on the website. Believe you me. Let's see. Rookie Gonzo's in the house. Hello, guys. Good afternoon. I'm new and looking into raising quail myself. I'm from California. What would you recommend I start off with, and how many? Also torn between Winola and hatching time cages. I personally love the Winola cages. We use them here. We've done quite a bit of videos on them. They're amazing, amazing company. They're small, family-owned business, and they've done amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I really like their cages. We've been using one of their cages for going on 5 years now for all of our research, and haven't ever had an issue. So I love Winola Ranch cages, but I don't know much about hatching time cages, so I can't really attest to that either. I've met them as well. They're good people as well. So I'm sure you can't go wrong with either one. But I wish you all the best. I actually just did a video this past week about what to start with when you're starting with Coturnix quail and the difference between the different types. So watch that video. That video is going to give you a lot more information than what I can think of off the top of my head. And typically, you know, it depends on what you want to do, but and this is for any of the new people out there. So for example, if you order 50 eggs, we send 60, right? So 50 count order, you get 60. Let's just assume a 50% hatch, which we're averaging a 72, but let's just assume a 50% hatch. That means 30 hatch, right? Out of those 30, half will be male, half will be female on average. So if you order 50 eggs, you'll assume that you're gonna get, once they start laying, about 12 to 14 to 15 eggs a day. If that sounds like the area that you want to be in, then great. If you want to cut that in half and say, oh, I only need, 7 or 8 eggs a day, well, if that's the case, then order the 25 count. Or if you say, oh, no, I need like double that amount, then you can go to the 110 count. But that would be the math to do that. Sundial Fragrance says, I believe you received my hatch rate. Not the greatest, however, it happens, and I believe USPS mishandled the eggs. It does happen, unfortunately. And I do think I wrote that down today. Katie Bella Creations is in the house. Welcome. Says, finally had my first egg sale. That is awesome. Congratulations. That's a huge accomplishment. And many, many more to come. But congratulations. That's really cool. Cherish it. Cherish it. Sue McKee says, my friend gave me a spent hen, so I now have a pet chicken. She is still laying eggs about every other day. Well, that's cool. Little Ridge Farm says, thanks, it's horrible losing a house and everything I own, especially this time of year for anyone. Absolutely, and I unfortunately know the feel. Foster Farm says, we are using our GQF for the first time, setting at about 300 eggs. Very excited to see what hatches. Awesome. Good luck, and I'm sure you'll do great. David Lister's in the house. Are Italians feather sexable? They are. They are. Speckled chest and light head is a hen. Dark head or plain chest is a male. Sumiki says, P.S. the hen lives in my house. There you go. Lenora A says, hi Zach, 80 out of the 120 hatch from your eggs. Thank you very much. I just had it. Oh, there it is. Sorry. So you would have ordered 110, so 80 out of 110. That's great. Congratulations. Lenora A, if you're still on, if you could let me know what kind you ordered, I'd appreciate it. If not, I will try to look that up. But if you're still on, if you can let me know what type you ordered, I would love to know that as well. But congratulations, great hatch. Sunrise River Quail says, is there a reason for a hen to become lash-egged? Is it feed or genetics? Is there a way to prevent it? I've never heard that term. I don't know what that means, lash-egged. Like egg-bound? If you're talking egg-bound, then sometimes that just happens. So if you've got 10 quail and it happens to one, then it's just an offset. It happens. It is what it is. If you've got like 4 or 5 of them that are like that, then typically it is a feed issue most of the time. And it's usually low in calcium and low in protein. Not protein, fiber. So sorry. Low in fiber. S.O. Swanson says, got my 2 likes in. It didn't hurt at all. Go ahead and try it yourself. Absolutely. Support the channel by just hitting that like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And thank you very much, S.O. Swanson. Susan is in the house. Sorry, I'm 3B's Farm in Massachusetts. Something weird with my iPad, so I've switched to iPhone. Started to say very relieved my eggs from you guys were delivered at supper time in hand and not left out in the cold. Oh, well, that's even better. Wonderful. Glad to hear that. And good luck. Obviously, keep me posted, but since they were delivered to hand, got a good start to them for sure. Congratulations and good luck. Stanley Gregg says, "Hey Zach, I've had a hatch from your eggs. My batch of 25 had a great hatch rate of 15 and healthy. Thank you very much for letting me know. I use a Nurturoid 360 incubator and ordered jumbo whites. That is even better to know. Well, not better to know, but that's also nice to know. Thank you very much for letting me know, and congratulations. Hopefully you had a good experience, and hopefully you get a good male to female ratio. I had someone text the other day and said that they hatched like 23 out of 25 eggs, and they sexed them and said 21 of them were males. I asked them how old they were. They said right at 6 weeks, and I said, why don't you sex them again in a week? Just because that's abnormally, freakishly high. But if that stays true, that is the worst luck in the world. But they said they'll try to sex them next week and see if they see any difference. Kylie Chronicles is in the house. Hi, Zach. Will males try to mount males? Yes, they will. I have some non-feather sexable removing hens. As I identify them, I removed one getting mounted, placed it in an isolated hen, then it mounted the hen. Yeah, no. So the one that you isolated is a male. But yeah, sometimes they just pick whoever's closest. Practical Junk says, I use a fogger to keep humidity high. Set the fogger to low setting. Anyone else do this? Have had good results with the humidity control unit. Very interesting. I have not tried that before. Sundial Fragrance says, thanks a lot, Zach, for all the great info. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you and your family, and also to the quail people here. Absolutely, you as well. Redneck Wine Diva says, will the roos make the cricket noise the hens make? No, not that I know of. Some of mine I thought were males are making the cricket noises, LOL. No, the males typically don't make that noise. I've never heard one do it. Nick is in the house from Tennessee, another volunteer tonight. Welcome. Shelly C is in the house from Worcester, Ohio. North Canton, Twin Oaks. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Foster Farm says, I love the cricket sounds. Glenn Wells says, I took your advice on humidity and 73%. I got 77 to hatch from 79 eggs. Fetched 407 since my adventure began. Thanks again for all the help. That is wonderful to hear. I'm glad that helped. And that warms my heart when I actually could help somebody. We've had that a couple of different times in the past couple of weeks. One with hens not laying, and then now you've got a much better hatch rate. So I'm glad to help. So thanks for asking, and I'm glad I could be here. Let's see. AJ's in the house. Hello from Toledo, Ohio. Just to update you, Zach, I had 41 hatch out of the 50 feather sexable mix last week. Not bad for a first timer. Not bad at all, sir. Not bad at all. That is awesome. 41 out of 50 feather sexable. That is what I like to see. Good job. Very good job. Michelle's in the house. Do you ship hatching to Alaska? We do. The only state in the U.S. that we don't ship to is Hawaii. We have shipped there before, but they are so difficult that we just stopped shipping there altogether. It wasn't worth it. But yeah, we ship to Alaska. Dr. Connie says, greetings from Florida. Egg production is down a bit since Wednesday's big thunderstorm. Beautiful weather since, but expecting low at 36 tonight. Yeah, I would say, and this goes for everybody, because the weather is going to be up and down for the next couple of weeks. You know, it's supposed to really dip and then not get nice, but get not horrible again. There's supposed to be some heavy wind in most areas and things like that. Most people's production, especially if it's outside, is going to go down in the next 2 weeks. Just be patient, give them an extra week or two, and they'll get used to the weather, and they'll be back to normal. Let's see. Glenn Wells says, it wasn't me, it was we. Thanks to everyone for the tips. Absolutely, I love that. Ricky Gonzo says, nice, thank you. I'll check that video out once we're done here. Don't want to miss any good information. There you go. Sunrise River Quail says, it's where the quail has multiple eggs within their belly, all like hard rock. I've never seen that before, ever. So I would assume it's a feed issue. I guess it could be genetic. I've never seen that before in my life. If I had to guess, it would be a feed, but I don't know. I would contact your breeder and see if they're familiar with that, and if so, then it's obviously something to do with the bloodline, but I've never seen that before. We've butchered before, and there's been eggs developing. You know, there's been an egg ready to come out, and then another egg developing, and then, you know, another one developing after that, whatever. But I've never seen hard eggs other than one. I haven't seen multiple eggs in there. That's weird. Sorry, I don't know. That's not normal, I can tell you that. Got some in my eye again. Vase Play says 73 watching and only 49 likes. Come on, people. Absolutely. Support the channel by hitting the like button. I'd appreciate it. Srini says a lash egg is when tissue comes out, not an egg. I think it's an indicator something else is going on. I've not heard about it in quail, but in the chicken community talks about this some. Oh, thanks. I didn't know that. Yed P says, I got a question, Zach. Let's say I got a deformed leg hen. I breed hen. Would her eggs hatch with deformed legs? Genetic. That all depends on why it's deformed. You know, like, personally, I wouldn't breed anything that's not up to par, is what I would do. But, you know, if it jumped out of a cage and broke its leg, then no, that's not genetic. If, you know, splay leg is not genetic, so, you know, you could technically breed those together. You know, but like crossbeak could be genetic, could be humidity issue, but again, the best practice is not to breed them at all. Darren Davis says from Louisiana, Missouri here. Interesting. I didn't even know that was a place. Built my 2x8 foot grow out cage, laying cages, feeders, etc., building a brooder next, and getting ready to make an egg order. Well, it sounds like you're well on your way. I wish you all the best, and I'm sure you're going to do great. You're setting yourself up for success, so good luck. For years and years and years, I've been saying good luck on your quail journey, and then I heard a couple months ago that a journey is something that you take alone, and an adventure is something that you take with others. And so I'm changing the way I talk into it's a quail adventure, because we've got a great community around us to help and support one another. So good luck on your adventure. Yed P says, what if the deform was from incubator problems? It could be. I mean, you know, just because there might be a high probability that it was an incubator problem doesn't mean that it wasn't genetic either. There's always a chance for either one. There's a higher probability with most that it's an incubator problem, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's exactly what it was. It's not 100%. You could try it. Worst case scenario is it hatches out and it does have a deformity. It's not the end of the world, but it also depends on what you're doing. If you're just trying to breed for yourself and have fun and you really like that color, there's no harm in it. Worst case scenario is you hatch it out and, it's the same and you can't use that bird anymore. With leg issues, usually it's never 100%. Usually it's not a genetic issue, but you never know. Amy B says, I can only like the chat once, so must be extra special. So glad I made it tonight. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And thanks for your support. I appreciate that as well. Dr. Connie's announced, I've had the Nurture 360 outside since the summer, but over it inside today. Absolutely. I hear that. My feather sexable eggs hatched last night. What's great Christmas present? Hard to tell. My feather sexable eggs hatched last night. Hard to tell hatch percentage. Well, good luck, and when you find out, just let me know. But hopefully that's a good thing because there's so many of them. AJ says, had a crappy little giant incubator too. It was all over the place with temperature, and the temperature control went out at the end of the hatch. I'm thankful it didn't happen during the start. Well, it sounds like you had your issues, but you still did great. 41 out of 50. You still did amazing. So congratulations to you. Trinity says, still on the no soda. What's going on? Congratulations. Yeah, I haven't had Mountain Dew in a month, maybe. Yeah. I have a cup of coffee a day and then water the rest of the day. I'm eating healthier, no fast food. I'm going to the gym 3 days a week. I'm getting on a schedule. I'm, this, that, and the other. And all I've been for the past month is sick. It's very discouraging, but I don't like to give up. So I'm pretty stubborn in that manner. So maybe it's just testing me. Like, do you really want to give all this up? Look how bad you could feel. But I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna make my body submit into what I want. I ordered 25, got 30. I know you will include extra and hatch 26. So technically, I had a greater than 100% hatch rate. Technically, I had an 80% hatch rate. That is awesome. Congratulations. 26. Amy B, if you could let me know what kind you ordered, I'd greatly appreciate it. We've had some amazing hatch rates tonight, guys. So thank you for letting me know. That's very exciting for me. Lost my spot again. What is my problem tonight? Oh, here we go. Rookie says, how come you don't sell any Celadon variety? Tried looking for them on your site. To be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of them. But so I'm here, Myshire Farm, and then Jenna, my wife, which is the founder and the boss of Myshire Farm. And then we've got George, which is our farm hand, but he's my right-hand man. And so, we were setting our goals for next year and this, that, and the other. They both really want to do Celadons, and I just hate them. So we made a compromise, and I said, well, let's do what I want first, and then we'll do what you want to do. But it made sense. It was just, let's increase our jumbo size. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's not have such a long wait time, and then we can work on that. And we just can't do both at the same time. So they agreed. So probably starting in June, we'll start working pretty heavily on the Celadons again. Not looking forward to it, but whatever. I lost 2-3 vote. Katrina says, one batch of quail will be ready to process 8 weeks on Christmas Eve. Not sure yet if I'll do it then or wait until the week after. Just do it the week after. They're fine. Dr. County says, will Egyptian hens with a wild male produce half Egyptian, half wild babies? Yes. Aaron's in the house from South Louisiana. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Hart Farm says the cabinet incubator that I built is like the size of the lockdown that you have on your videos. Yeah, we have 2 humidikits, so that will do the trick. And we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 fans. So yeah, 8 fans and 2 humidikits. Michelle says no one on my island raises quail, so have to bring in from the outside. Well, we'd be more than happy to help you, and good luck on your adventure. See, I'm doing it again. Shelly C says, getting ready for New Year and eggnog. Is it true that quail eggs don't carry salmonella? Great selling point if true. I don't know if there's enough. Here's what I understand from the University of Kentucky and Duke University and, oh, shoot. I keep wanting to say Sycamore, and that's not it. Syracuse. What is my problem? That's a big college. So I work with all 3 of them yearly. According to them, quail eggs, when they are laid, cannot possess salmonella. However, it can always be cross-contamination. So, so technically, yes, that is true. However, it can always be cross-contamination, and so it's really hard to say that. Alejandro says, hi, Zach, I got your variety mix of eggs in my cart. Is there a time frame of when those would get shipped out? I saw the message on your home screen that said they should take weeks to ship. If you order the mix right now, then I'd probably ship it Tuesday. I'm only shipping Monday, Tuesday this week. But I'm pretty caught up. So if you order within the next, if you order tonight, I'll see it tomorrow and ship it Tuesday. Darren says, I'm getting ready first on a fixed income, and then I'm going to do the square foot count, then do my order, and am pumped. Well, that is awesome. I don't know why that was so hard for me to read, but I got it all. It just took me a second to process it through my brain. No, it sounds like you're doing great, and you're taking steps. You're set up for success, so good luck. I think you're going to do great. Foster Farm says, where are Jasmine and Linda Knight? I'm sure they're busy. They got a lot of stuff going on too. I'm sure. Aaron is in the house. Aaron Gutros is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Stanley Gregg is in the house. Hey, Zach, can you refresh my memory on your recommended quail to square foot ratio? 3 quail per square foot. And 5 hens to every 1 male, preferred. Susan Kruger's in the house. Hi from Little Quail Hut in Jackson, Michigan. Does anyone give the outside quail sow blocks in winter or wild bird seed? I do not, but somebody might in the comments. Not talking to me. No one's talking to me anymore. I don't understand all these folks building cages, etc. before they get quail. LOL. Aren't you supposed to leap first and build cages later? Not ideal. I mean, they're doing it right. It's just they are the few. So I hear what you're saying. P says 2 more days till my second batch hatch. I hope I do well this time. I'm sure you will. I wish you all the best, and I'm sure you're going to do great. Amy B says 25 count feather sexable, 80%. Your Govee did the job. That is wonderful to hear. Yes, I did write that down. Oh, feather sex, but I didn't write that down. Thank you for letting me know. Roxy says, "Excuse me, what is your hatchery website? I can't find it anywhere." It's it's right below you. MyShireFarm.com. Katrina says, "Zach, I know you have lists on and schedules all over the place. How often do you sit down and evaluate things and refigure your schedule and list? Do you have a technique for this?" I can do better at it. I can do better at it. Usually it's when I start getting too overwhelmed, I sit down and say, something's got to go. We need to work this out. So, I rewrite it all and organize it and say, okay, am I just missing something? Like, am I spending too much time on one thing or whatever? Or do I just need to not prioritize something? I have learned this year, not that anybody probably cares, but I have learned this year that I am a type of a personality that prioritizes everything high. You know what I mean? My to-do list could be feed and water the quail, collect eggs, ship out, oil change, and get my hair cut, right? Not that that's, I wish that was, God, I'd be done by noon if that was my to-do list. But let's just say that was my to-do list. I'm the type of person that would literally prioritize all of them as a one, right? That would be okay if I had a very short list every day. But my list is abnormally long every day, where there's no way I'm always get everything done every day. So I have really tried to learn in the past 4 or 5 months that I really need to take a step back and say, okay, obviously I have to feed and water. Like that has to be a one. Now, I have to get eggs out every day because that's my reputation. That has to be one. I need to get my oil changed, but, if I can't do it till Wednesday, then I can't do it till Wednesday. So we're just going to mark that as a 3. You know what I mean? I wear a hat all the time. So, it's a 3 for my haircut as well. Who cares, right? So what I've done in the past couple of months, it's helped a lot, and I've actually gotten more done in the past 3 or 4 months than I ever have, but I've put a lot more on me. So keep that in mind too. But what I do is so I do 1, 2, and 3, and then I have a little smaller number in the corner. So if it's being transferred over to the next day because I did not get that done, it's saying how many days. So like, for example, let's say I keep putting off my oil change, right? Well, let's say I put it off for a whole week. It would say, it's a priority 3, but in the little area up there, it's going to be 7. So that means I'm continuously skipping this one for the past week. So now that number 3 is actually going to turn into a 1, and I don't let anything go past a week. You know what I mean? So I am working on that quite a bit. Typically, I do daily lists every night, and that kind of helps me. So like when I wake up, I know the first 2 or 3 things that I got to do, and then by the time that's going, then I'm in a rhythm. So I'm good to go. I've noticed that if I don't have at least 1 or 2 things on my to-do list first thing in the morning, then I kind of have a slow start. You know what I mean? So when I wake up and I say, okay, nope, I said that I was going to feed and water and be done by 6:30 a.m., I rush. And I say, nope, I got to keep on the schedule. And then from 6:30 to 7:30, it's collecting eggs. And so, I got to rush. And by that time, then I'm kind of on that, okay, let's go. So that's typically it. But as far as like everything I want to get done in a week, I should probably do better at, but I probably only reevaluate that maybe every, I don't know, 3 or 4 months. I should probably do that monthly. I'm not as good as I should be on that. That was a very long-winded question. I apologize, everybody. Foster Farm says, honey, I ordered 10,000 eggs. Can you build me some cages? Dan sighs and gets his hammer. Right? Oh, we said double. We said double in size. My 3B's farm is back in the house. Definitely a quail adventure. LOL. There you go. Glad you got your iPad fixed. They did not order 10,000 eggs. Patty's in the house from California. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Martin Cherry's in the house. Hey, Zach, thanks for all the great content. What is your winter shipping schedule for Northwest Ohio? We're shipping weekly. This week we're only shipping Monday, Tuesday. Next week we're only shipping Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday because of the holidays. And then the week after that, we're back on shipping 5 days a week. The only day we don't ship is Fridays on a normal week with no holiday. But if it's a holiday week, then we only ship 2 to 3 days that week. So they're not lost in the mail or whatever. Darren Davis says, building first is the smartest thing with any animal. More preparation means less rush later. Plus no fuss or rushing makes life easier. Absolutely. And as far as our website, if you order anything on our website now, it would either go out Tuesday, depending on how many. It would either go out Tuesday or it would go out next Monday. Like, I'm pretty caught up. So starting Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because I'll collect Monday. So for the next 5 days, everything I've got goes right into the incubator for me. I'm caught up on balutes. I'm caught up on our corporate orders. I'm caught up on shipping eggs. I am so excited. I'm going to put so many eggs in that I'm going to hate myself in 2 weeks when they hatch. But I need them all. Let's see. Kylie Chronicle says, can quail eggs be boiled, peeled, and frozen? Need ideas or recipes to use them up? Yes, and yes. And if you are on Facebook, go to Quail in the Kitchen. And that is an amazing Facebook group for recipes and things like that. And on our website, Verna Young, which is Vay's place on here, has actually done 2 different quail cookbooks on our website that she actually gets proceeds for, and some of it goes to some of our 18 under contest or QuailCon and things like that. But there's a lot of great, really cool stuff in there as well. Hart Farm says, okay, thank you so much for the information. Thanks for asking. Kylie Chronicle says, and if I scramble some to feed back to the quail, do you use any oil in the pan? I do not know. That would be a question you would want to ask in that group, or maybe somebody else will answer. I am not the cook. Katrina says, Zach, any news on the AI studies? There was actually a huge outbreak in Canada. I do not know the numbers, but it was massive. It was in the hundreds of thousands, unfortunately, in Canada. And then, I don't leave the farm very often, and we've put certain things up on the farm so that wild birds don't land here anymore, because we've got to keep it away from our farm. And I don't really leave the farm very much. But I left today because we had the church play thing, and my kids were in it, and this, that, and the other. And we went out to eat afterwards, and I parked, and there was a little open area next to the restaurant that we all went to. And there was probably 500 birds. And they all got up together and started flying. And so it just made me realize that it is migrating season. And so I have a feeling that it's going to hit 1 or 2 more times, I think. Martin says, does cold weather affect fertility rate for hatching eggs? If the eggs get frozen, yes. As far as them producing, no. So the males are still going to do their job. The females are still going to do their job. The males are still going to do their job. The only thing that would affect the fertility as far as the cold goes is if the eggs freeze. Alejandro says, thank you, Zach. Placing my order tonight. God bless. Thank you. And we'll get you out. AJ says, when I get the hang of vent sexing, I'm going to order SSCs next from you. I do love the SSCs. I really do love those. Aaron says, where do you get your large J feeders from? We build them here on the farm. There's actually a video on how we built them. Papa the Builder built them. They're pretty much oversized rabbit feeders, but there's a video under the playlist Papa Builder of things on how he builds them. Redneck Wine Diva says, hopefully my next order won't look like the post office used it for soccer practice. LOL. There you go. Yeah, let's hope that. Boston Bruins is in the house from Vermont. I couldn't see. From Swanton, Vermont. I hope I said that correctly. Boston Bruin says, can you feed quail cracked corn? It's not really recommended. You can, but not in large doses. They need a lot more ingredients and nutrients than just cracked corn, and it's not good on their digestive system. So I don't recommend it at all. FJ's in the house, Louisiana, from Louisiana. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Aaron Gutro says, I need to get Papa here for a few days. Zach, can I borrow him? I haven't, well, we went out to eat together, so I shouldn't say that. I don't think we've worked on anything together. Whew. I can't remember the last time we worked together on anything. He kind of retired, so he's doing his own thing and building a Viking house and taking odd jobs for God knows why. I don't know why, but he's supposed to be retired. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much George and I in the barn, and he's doing his own thing. So you can take him whenever you want. Of course, as soon as you take him, it's probably something that breaks, and me and George go, hey, Dennis. So maybe not. Andy Rabbit says, hello, I made it. Thank you, Verna. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Paul with the Boz in the house. Sorry, I'm late. Louisiana is in the house. Welcome. We're glad to hear. Rick is in the house. Let's see. Rookie says, Zach, are they hard to work with, or why do you personally dislike the Celadon variety? They're just not for me. But I have always said, and the reason they convince me differently is I have always said that it's not just about what I want, but what everybody wants. And a lot of people like the Celadons. I'm not fancy or flashy. So, like, the color of the egg it has no interest to me, so I just don't care. But I do realize that a lot of people like the Celadons. I get that, and that's okay. They're tricky to work with, but it's not all about me, is what I keep being told. So yeah, starting in June, we'll start them, and there's nothing wrong with them at all. There's nothing wrong with them. I just don't prefer them. But that's just my personal opinion, and there's nothing wrong with them. So Jenna likes them, and George said that we need to sell them. So I guess that's what we'll do. Let's just do what they want to do. Foster Farm says, I think we will see Zach sporting dreads in the coming months. God, I wish. Maybe not dreads, but God, getting old, guys. I'm getting old. Linda from California is in the house. Welcome. RK says, what is the lowest recommended temp for barn or shed to collect eggs to hatch? Ours is not heated at all, so it doesn't really matter. Typically, they lay around the same time every day, so just figure out when that is, and then just take care of them then. So, like spring, summer, and fall, they lay around, 8 to 10 o'clock at night, and then we just collect in the morning, not a big deal. Now, during the winter, we redo our system, and so when I get off here is when I go collect eggs. because they're starting to lay now. By the time I get off, by the time I go start collecting, I won't be done in the barn until 10, and then I'll have collected all the eggs. They go into the brooder, into foamers to ship out, and then all those go into the brooder room, which is temperature controlled at 65 to 70 degrees, and then in the morning we just ship out of there. And so there's no, I wouldn't do that if I wasn't shipping. If it was just raising quail for me, I just let them go until the next day. But because we are shipping and it does get cold in there, and it's like 22 degrees right now, yeah, so that's kind of a pain in my butt. I can't seem to get on. It's wearing me out. Like, so I'm starting early and I'm working all day, and then I'm taking a small break, and then I gotta get up and get dressed and get my overalls on, go down there around 8:30, 9:30 and start collecting all the eggs, and I'm down there for an hour and a half. And then I come back, shower, and then go to bed, and then get up early and start again. So it's still hitting me strong, which is probably why I'm sick. RK says, what is the lowest? Oh, we just answered that. Andy Rabbit says, I have some Celadon eggs hatching out right now. It's up to 21 before I couldn't count anymore. Awesome. Congratulations. Right. So next week we would ship Tuesday, Wednesday. That's why we were shipping Wednesday. You're right. Because the post office is closed Monday. Thank you, S.O. Swanson. Correct. So this week we're shipping Monday, Tuesday. Next week we're shipping Tuesday, Wednesday. And then we'll be back on track after that. Aaron says, what do you do with the eggs that you collected but don't ship because of holidays? I'm putting them all in for new breeders. And I'm so excited about it. Wolf Warriors in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Boston Bruins is in the house. Terry's in the house from Goldsboro, North Carolina. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Mullen Farm says, love so much watching family farming like Veggie Boys and Myshire that we started our own channel, learned all about quail from Zach. Always more to learn. Awesome. Congratulations and good luck on the channel. Dave is in the house from Black Country, UK. Thanks for the advice. One of the calibration of the Govee thermostat I now have. 7 quail hatch out of 15 in the incubator. I'm on day 20. Should I wait for more to hatch? It can't hurt. If I was you, I would probably increase your temp. Well, you're probably in Celsius. I don't know the degrees there. I would, in Fahrenheit, it's supposed to be 99.5. I would increase 1 degree, and then I would also increase your humidity about 7 to 10%, and just let it go for another 48 hours and see if that helps. It might not, but it can't hurt. Redneck Wine Divas has ended up with a few SSCs in my rare mix. They are so pretty. They really are. I really do like those. Wolf Warrior says, how long are you supposed to leave the heat lamp on baby quail? 3 weeks. Well, 2.5 weeks. False Farm says, how cold can an egg get before it's no longer viable? We are collecting every 3 hours. They are very cold but not frozen. The rule of thumb is as long as they're down there for less than 6 hours, usually there's never any issues. Is what I've seen. So if it's like 15 degrees outside or in the barn or whatever, as long as they've been collected within 6 hours, I've not seen any issues. Just make sure that they warm up at room temperature before you put them in. You don't want to take them at that cold and put them in the incubator. Jasmine Bass is in the house. Hey friends, stopping in to say hi for a minute between evening chores. Absolutely. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Mullen Farm says, question, with quick turnaround on hatch to laying, how long do you keep laying females before replacing? I replace my females once a year. I heard that. I'm so sorry. I heard that celadons are seasonal layers. Is that true? No, that is not true. They are layers all year round. Celadons are like any other Caternics. So, nothing different. Just a blue egg. Rats Cats is in the house. Welcome. Vicente's in the house. Just waiting for jumbo quail when will be available. January 15th is when everything is going to be back on the website. D. Melton says, hi, Zach. Don here from Texas. Thank you for the great info. Well, thanks for watching. I appreciate that. And thanks for letting me know. Vicente's in the house from Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome. We're glad to hear. Practical Junk says, Zach, just wanted to say thank you. First live chat I've caught. I first started a couple years ago. You were the first channel I found about quail. Watched all your videos. Appreciate the help. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And good luck on your adventure. I hope you're doing well. We're going to try to hit 100 likes real quick. So if you can hit the like button and support the channel, I greatly appreciate it. We only need, I don't know, math is hard, 17 more to hit 100. So hit that like button, support the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Ernst is in the house from Haiti. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Foster Farm says, typing the best use for the celadons is if you need a filler hen to keep your cage numbers balanced. You know for sure who is not actually the breed that the cage says it is. Keeps me out of trouble. There you go. That's not a bad idea at all. Andy says, yes, Zach, you're going to start sales on celadon egg layers. Hopefully you get lots of color adult quail in them. Yeah, it'll be fun. False Farm says, wow, that was supposed to say, I think, not I typing. Oh, okay. That makes more sense then. Dwayne Hansford is in the house. Hello, Zach from Alabama. I love your videos. Keep up the great work, and thank you so much. You have helped me a lot. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And everybody that's on, I'm going to stop for just a second. I cannot express, right? The news and the big surprise that I'm having trouble not telling you now, but is coming very, very soon, like within the next couple of weeks. I'm telling you, it is a game changer. It is going to help so many people into the quail community. It's going to help so many new people. It's going to help so many people getting started, and it's going to help so many people that's been here for a while. I cannot express to you how much effort, thought, patience, time, money has been invested into this. And so if we've helped you with our YouTube videos or with our Q&As or whatever, what's coming next is a home run. It's going to be awesome. So stay tuned. I can't wait to share that with you, but I can't tell you yet. So I've made a promise. I've signed something saying I'm keeping my mouth shut. So I'm keeping my mouth shut. Not happy about it, but I'm doing it. Sage Wolf is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Vermont Quail is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Bob with Boss says 4-week-old this week in the grow out pen outside. We were getting down to below freezing for a few days this week. Glad I wrapped the cage. Absolutely. Yeah, stay safe and keep the quail safe. Feather Connections Homestead's in the house. Hey everybody, popping in to get my like in. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here. Aaron's in the house. Can we start talking about QuailCon after January 1st? Just put me down for 4 tickets. There you go. I don't know. It's so far away for me. I actually had a conversation with Jenny the other day and said maybe we skip a year. There's just so much going on. And then she said, yeah, I don't think you can do that. And I said, okay. Well, I can't think about it yet. it overloads my brain is what it does. Because once I get into that QuailCon mentality, then that's all that we're leading toward. Like I can't, there's, I kind of block everything out. I have dividers on. So I'm pushing it back as far as I can. I mean, it'll be the same dates, but pushing back. Thinking about it. Mooney Royal is in the house. Bro, I have drought. Is it required to rotate quail eggs while incubation? It's best practice. It's going to help your hatch rate and help your development, but you can get away with not doing it. No one's talking to me. Ern says, thanks community. I started with 5 quail and now have, after 3 months, I have 70 quail. The first 10 I incubated are laying now, and every week I put quail eggs in my small incubator. Thank you, Zach. That is awesome. Congratulations. And sounds like you're doing great. Zumeri Rivera, I hope I said that correctly. Hello everyone. Question, do you think that temperature in incubator may affect sex that hatches? No, that is a myth. Why sometimes hatches more males than females? No, there's no truth to that at all. Susan Kruger says, I live only 2 miles from the state prison in Jackson, Michigan, and the farmland around it is covered with sandhill cranes, thousands. It makes me nervous. I gave away all my free-range chickens. Need to get back into my quail. I took a much-needed break, but was wondering if the fab fee is a larger bird. Oh, that wasn't the same person. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Yeah, that would scare me too, to be honest. Having free-range chickens and then literally thousands of... Yeah, that would scare the crap out of me. Sunrise River Quail says, need to get back into the quail. I took a much-needed break, but was wondering if fab fee is a larger bird. Fab fees are a larger bird. As far as feather sexable, I think I'm most impressed with the sparklies and the Egyptian fees. Very impressed with both of those as far as size and production. But I'll be doing all those videos at the beginning of the year. Tony's in the house from Toronto. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Bob with Bob's in the house. I got a camo colored egg this week. I'm going to incubate it and maybe get more that way. There you go. That's pretty cool. How old the layers need to incubate their eggs? Well, the layers for quail, they don't go broody. So you would have to incubate. And typically they start laying at between 6 to 8 weeks old. Rat's Cat says, a surprise. I can't wait. It's a big one. This is probably the biggest surprise that I've ever announced. And I can't wait to do it. It is not a 10-pound quail. I have no desire to get a 10-pound quail. Rat's Cat says, anyone save quail feathers for making lures? Wondering how to best do when processed. A lot of people do it. I don't know the process. I've never actually done it. S.O. Swanson says, Zach can skip quail calling, although he'll be surprised when we all show up anyway. That's what Jenna said. She's like, so you might as well be a part of it. And I was like, okay. It's not that I don't want to do it. It's just, it is so much preparation. But once this big surprise is announced, it'll kind of be off my plate. Like, when it's done, it's done. You know what I mean? So I think that give me a couple weeks after it's done, and I will be able to just refresh and move forward. But I'm really working on 3 really big projects right now. And between the 3 of them, it's like every day I'm spending a lot of time on it. But yes, Jenna said, well, they're showing up anyway, so you should probably, make sure you have pants on. And I said, okay. Might as well know that they're coming. Sunrise River Quail just donated $5. Thank you very much. Thanks for all the great video. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you very much. If you want to donate to the channel, you know what? Just hit the like button. It's free. I need 2 more likes to hit 100, but Sunrise River Quail, I really do appreciate the $5 donation. That's going to go straight back into the YouTube channel for better quality videos for you guys. Amy B says, hands-on project for next year's QuailCon. Sign up to stay after and help build the Quail Barn extension. That ain't happening. No, no, no. I am not extending. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I am probably the worst entrepreneur because money just doesn't really motivate me at all. Like I really do want to help people and I want to maximize what we've got. I want to make as much money as I can with what I've got, but I have like no desire, none in the world to expand. None. Like this is what it is. We are what we are. We are family owned business. I work it, Jenna works it, George works it. We all live here on the farm. This is all we got. And so, that's God, that terrifies me. Expanding, that terrifies me. Egg Got Bait says I need to delegate different aspects of QuailCon to different people. Yeah, and it's really, I don't think it's going to be that difficult. I think we had a great QuailCon last year. And most of that stuff is pretty much all, I just got to make some phone calls. Like, it's really not that bad. I think it's just the other 3 really big projects that I'm working on is just overloading me. You know what I mean? And so adding something big like QuailCon is just, it breaks me. You know what I mean? So, but again, one of them is finished. I just have to wait until the other party's done. The other one we're working on right now, and all 3 of us are working on very hard to finish as soon as we can. And then the other one is kind of in a standstill until somebody else does their thing. So it's going to be fine. Rat Cat says, cool, thanks guys. Katrina says, Amy B starting rumors. God, no, we're not expanding. S.O. Swanson says, that's funny. He said, hey, let's support each other. Let's not be mean. Look, we can't all be perfect. It is what it is. No, I don't like to delegate. I do it sometimes, but I don't want to talk about it anymore. Amy B says, has anyone sold to elite restaurants to know what packaging is preferred? I will probably end up asking chef preference. Yeah, usually it is chef preference. Usually they're very happy with the cartons. Some are happy with the 50 count plastic or 50 count cardboard trays. Some of them don't even care how they do it. So yeah, it really depends on the restaurant itself. Ed Gabe says Jenna is wise. She is. That's probably why we're still in business. Called Chosen's in the house. I have seen both straw and hay used for cages. If using straw, do I need to add some amendments or would you recommend not using straw? I would recommend using hay instead, but straw would be fine. And if you do, you don't need to add anything to it. But hay would be better. Ball with Ball says, let's start over, shall we? Ball with Boss says, what about getting someone to host QuailCon in another region of the U.S.? Y'all can just come and talk. It's not a horrible idea. The problem is where, we are very blessed here at Myshire Farm to have enough land to be able to do that. If we would have to pay for the land to do so, it would be astronomical. I think I ended up making like $900 on QuailCon, and that's with the stuff that we sold in the barn. I think we sold around. I think I profited like $900. So like literally every ticket sale, every raffle ticket, every this, that, and the other, like it just went right back into it. So it's really not a money maker for me. And we have the free land and the free parking and, it's all here. So if we had to pay for all that stuff, tickets would be pretty expensive, unfortunately. False Farm says, pants are a good thing, LOL. Yes, she meant like, I might as well get ready and be a part of it, I think. I did have pants on while she was saying that. That's how I took it anyway. Katrina says, Zach, you have the contacts of places already reserved. The things you need and everything else will fall into place, and you have lots of people to help. Yeah, absolutely. I was very happy with everything that we did as far as all the rentals that we did and the food and this, that, and the other. So it's not going to be that difficult. It really isn't. It's not going to take very long at all to plan and prep at all. It really isn't. I'm overthinking it. And I just need a small little break from the 3 big projects I'm working on. I just need like a 2-week normal couple of weeks, no extra stuff, and then I'll be good to go. So we'll have it. It's going to be great. Gutros Urban Homestead says 100th like. Well, thank you very much. We're up to 104. Didn't even realize it. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate the support. Amy B says, wow, didn't mean to get into your nightmares, Zach. Sorry. No, a lot of people ask a lot of time about, well, why don't you just increase the size? And I'm like, I work too much. I'm tired. Like, I don't want to work more. So, and I really do, have pride that it is a family thing. It stays on the farm. What's on the farm stays on the farm. We're not trying to be this big old commercial thing. We're successful. We're doing great. We have a great reputation with our farm family. You know what I mean? Like that, I take a lot of pride in that. So I don't want to hire outside help, and I don't want to do that. I'm happy with what we got. I really am. I'm very, very content with what we've got. I just want to make it as best as we can. But George keeps saying let's just expand, and then you take care of one barn and I'll take care of the other. And I said, okay, no, not doing it. So we'll see. We're not doing it. Andy Rabbit says, looks like I'm up to 30 chicks that has hatched out. That is awesome. Congratulations. I'm excited about this. Best hatch yet on shipped eggs. Well, that's great. I'm very happy for you. Hopefully a lot more hatch for you. Thank you, Zach, for info on securing quail for upcoming weather. Not a problem. Hopefully that helps, and we'll get you through the hard times. Vermont Quail says, Zach, come on, give us a clue on the big news. I can't. I literally signed something because they didn't trust me to keep my mouth shut. And every time I break that, I'm in a lot of trouble, and I can't. And I promised, so I can't. And it specifically said no clues. Don't clue it. Don't tell anyone. You can't even tell them in private. No texting. No social media. It wasn't, I couldn't do it on a live. I couldn't do it on a video. It was very specific. They know me. So they covered all their bases. Are you doing the 18 under in January? Did you announce anything about Zoom meetings? I missed the beginning tonight. Yeah, I think the Zoom meetings went very, very well last week. I'm not going to be doing any more Zooms until we make the big announcement. So I won't be, there's a hint. Zooms will be a part of the big announcement, but that is 10% of the big announcement. But it has to do with that. But I won't be doing Zooms until January. We'll just be doing the lives, but I still enjoy the lives. I think there's a lot of value in that as well. I'm working on the 18 and under contest. I need to get that organized. So I think there's some changes that need to be made to that. But yes, we will be starting that back up. Let's see, Rabbit says, well, this is just my 3rd shipment of eggs, though. Hey, that's a lot of eggs still. Nick Potter's in the house. Have you or do you raise blacks? No. The blacks that were legally imported here a couple years ago carry a lethal yellow, so they are not allowed on my farm at all. I do not want them in my cages. Most people that call blacks are actually Groufies. So, Vermont Quail is in the house. Dr. Connie says, are you doing lives on Christmas and New Year's? I am not. Christmas is on a Sunday, so Jenna's mom is going to church in the morning, and then so we're going to have an early dinner over there, so I won't be here for Christmas. So we'll be with Jenna's family on Christmas, and then New Year's. I have no idea what's going on, but I party like 3 days a year. New Year's is one of them. So either I'll be here or at my sister-in-law's house, which is on the property. So no driving, and I don't like going out either. And I don't think a live would be a good choice. It's early, so it would probably be fine, but let's not take the chance. Rookie says, hey Zach, what's your opinion on fermented feed for quail once a day for the morning and the evening dry feed, or doing dry feed and just adding some apple cider vinegar to the water they consume? There's no reason that you need to add apple cider vinegar. If you want to, you're more than welcome to, but there's no need for it. Fermenting feed is fine. Nothing wrong with it. They will waste less, so you'll get more bang for your buck. It is a lot of work. I'm more about getting it done. You know what I mean? So fermenting feed is not for me. Added supplements or added this is not, I'm more of the natural. Here's your feed. Your water's in the back. Here's your lighting. I'm collecting your eggs and making sure you're safe and no predators. I gotta go, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's just kind of my style. So if you've got a small amount, I don't think fermented feed is a bad idea. I do think that it depends on whether you want to save a little bit of money in the feed or you want to save your time. I think that's the choice you need to make. If you want to add apple cider vinegar to your water every once in a while, there's nothing wrong with that. It can't hurt. I wouldn't do it every day. That would hurt. But you could do it once a week or so, and that would be fine. But again, they don't need it. Man, I don't know why I keep losing my spot. Carolina Kind Family Homesteads in the house. Some cheers from North Carolina. Hope all is well. Well, welcome. Glad you're here. Katrina says, did you write your own contract to have yourself sign? No, I did not. We had talked about making me sign a contract, like, ha, ha, ha. And then I got an email that said, for real, sign this. And I said, I thought we were joking, LOL. And they said, oh, we were. And we were also serious. And I said, oh. I mean, it makes sense. It's a good decision. So I was on their side. It'd be nice if they could trust me a little bit more. Rabbit says, I only have 18 eggs left to hatch. Awesome. That is wonderful to hear. Johnny V donated $10 to the channel. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Just wanted to say thanks for all the help between your videos and email help. I'm off and running. Thank you for everything. Well, I'm glad to hear that, and I'm sure you're going to do great. And best of luck on your adventure in the future as well. Carolina Kind Family Homestead says, hit the like, y'all. Absolutely. We're way past what our goal was tonight, so thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. And it looks like that is all the comments for tonight. So I appreciate everybody showing up. If you missed the very beginning, I do have a incubator review coming out this week. We wanted, well, you'll if you watch the video, you'll see at the end why it took a couple extra weeks to post. So we ran it twice, but yeah, NDAs are real. But that video will be coming out this week. I am supposed to have jury duty starting on Tuesday. I do have to call every day to see if I come in, but when I called Friday, it said I'm not supposed to go in Monday, but I'm expected on Tuesday, and to call Monday to find out what time I'm supposed to be there Tuesday. So it sounds like I do have jury duty this week. So if I have jury duty, then pretty much the only thing we're going to do on the YouTube channel this week is the video that I've already got done. If I don't have jury duty, or they say that I am not a good juror, then I've got a really good feed video that I got a bunch of information for that we'll be posting later on this week. So there might be some good stuff coming this week. So hopefully you can check those out. I was hoping to announce our big surprise this week. Unfortunately, we're just a little bit behind, but that's life. You know, things happen. It's not the end of the world. We want to make sure that it's really good for you. So that will not be announced this week, but we will be announcing shortly, so stay tuned for that, because I'm telling you, that is a game changer. Huge game changer. It's going to be awesome. So I'm very excited about that. And this will be the last live I do before Christmas, so I hope everybody out there has a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. And yes, I do say Merry Christmas, so Merry Christmas to all of you. And I hope that you are able to spend it with loved ones. And make sure you take just a few seconds and just stop what you're doing and really enjoy the people around you, because that's really what matters. So I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday. Happy Christmas, and Merry Christmas. And we will see you next Monday. I will not be live this Sunday because it is Christmas, and I will be spending it with my family. So I will see you next Tuesday, not Monday. I will see you a week from Tuesday on our live rapid fire Q&A. So we'll do that, and then we'll finish off the new year, right? So I hope everybody has a great Christmas, and I hope you all had a great year. I hope you started your quail adventure, or you're about to start your quail adventure. I hope that I've been able to help you along the way. And I thank you very, very much for being here and being a part of the community, allowing me to be a part of the community. I really do appreciate you all. So thank you very, very much. And as always, everybody, until next time, stay safe.